Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to Beard Wizard Reviews. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor, on social media. Links to all of which you can find in the video description below, including ways to support this channel. Like joining the Beard Wizard family. Click that red subscribe button and join us. Help grow the channel. We just passed 1,760 on our way to 2,000 by April. I think we're going to make it and then some. But every little bit helps. Keep clicking the button. Keep sharing it out there. Your comments, your suggestions have been fantastic. I was going to do Jelly Roll tonight. Jelly Roll's new one from last week. But I saw that Ren's Sick Boi released today. I forgot that was coming out. And I couldn't help myself. I listened to it. I love it. I think it's important. And I didn't want to not do it today. Some of you Ren fans have been starting to come here since I did Chalk Outlines. Crap, I think that's the right name of the song and I almost forgot. And I do want to do High Ren, the one of his that has become huge. But everybody's doing reactions to High Ren. And I will tell you what I think about High Ren. I will be taking a look at that soon. But this one is new. It's important. It's huge. It's great. And I want to take a look at this one. We'll still do Jelly Roll's new one too. I don't want to miss that. My dog is losing her mind back here chasing her tail. I don't know if you guys can see her, but yeah, she's back there. Her tail has been thwarting her. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing Ren's Sick Boi today. So we're going to take a look at this. We'll pause as necessary. We'll talk about the music. If you guys are in the live stream, say hi. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And as usual, share it. Come back for more. I am going to have a comic book review, hopefully this weekend. So I haven't forgotten about that. I haven't pushed that back to the wayside. But this week's just been a little wonky, so I'm doing my best to keep up. And so here we go. We're going to take a look at Sick Boi from Ren. And thank you. Here we go. Cheers.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
That's real. That's real. Hey, Sean, welcome.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, stem cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show, derealization, medical patient, losing pain.
I'm going to back up a little bit. And welcome, Sean. Glad to see you. I think it's the first time I've seen you in chat, so welcome. Musically, loving the beat, loving the rhythm. His delivery is fantastic. It's very catchy. It's immediately sets your head to moving, sets you to feeling the beat. And I can tell something that's going to be stuck in it as an earworm in my head, probably for the next couple of days. And he's going to something very personal. If you guys aren't familiar with Ren's story, he did get bitten by a tick and got Lyme disease. That's the right one, right? Not there's a couple different ones you get from ticks, but I think it's Lyme disease, an autoimmune disease that just is devastating to the body, and it actually sidelined his career for a little bit. He was signed with Sony, I think. I'm trying to remember the article that I had read, but he had a record deal, and then he got this illness, and because it affects your ability to, it affects everything. It gives you chronic pain all the way to respiratory issues, and not being able to focus and not being able to work for more than an hour or so a day. So he was not able to meet his commitment, and I don't know if he had to turn it down because of that, or they canceled the contract because of that. I'm not sure which was which, but he's getting very personal here, and then going into all the other things that come with chronic illness, depression, medication. This whole song is going to be a tough bundle of topics related to all of that. Musically, though, already starting off just fantastic. I love it, and a very important message for somebody with Ren's platform. He's very independent, but he is huge right now. His platform to speak on these things that's important. More people with big platforms should be honest about these topics. So very well done on his part.
Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah.
That whole passage there too is very much how people who are on medication for things like depression or chronic illness or chronic pain, this is something they fight with all the time. That not only the side effects, but the more you take a medication, the more used to it you get, the less effective it is. You don't ever really feel right. I have a family member who, not an immediate family member, but somebody from my distant relations who is older than me, who was on medication for ADHD. And when back in the day, and it's still not great, but back in the day, ADHD medication was some pretty bad stuff. And he was never the same. And I think there's a lot of stories out there about people who are put on medication that they not necessarily needed to be on, because the doctors weren't sure what to do, and it destroys their lives, sometimes permanently, and that's a constant battle with it. Like, they're told they need this, and then they take it, and then it makes things worse for them, and then they have to fight of, is this really making me better? Is it not making me better? Am I better without it? It's a horrible cycle that people get caught in when they become dependent on medication to fix things like that. I think it's the same Ren from the High Ren video. This video editor is first rate and has really helped Ren connect. Yeah, I agree. And it does look like it's the same place, or very similar, if not the same place. I also wonder if it's the same building or facility or area where Chalk Outlines was done as well, because that seemed like it was done in the hospital, in the hallway of an old hospital, or some sort of facility that's not necessarily a good place to be. Sorry. Felt a sneeze coming on. I couldn't stop it. But yeah, I agree, Sean. The video editor on here is doing a fantastic job.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck.
Yeah, those
What
flashes.
can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are standing on a cliff. In the name of progress, we jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the big boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Fantastic. And yeah, right at the end, going into why, you know, is he the sick one, or is it everybody else? Is it the world? And yeah, there's a lot, there's a case to be made for a lot of the things that he said, for sure. And there's a lot of things that we should and can do better. I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to that. I think we are, and I think we will do better. But I can understand why somebody who's already battling with depression and chronic illness might struggle with that too, because that's an outside stressor that makes it hard to deal with what you're dealing with personally. And then the fame part of it, that is something that's a very common theme among artists, especially independent artists who are willing and brave enough to talk about the things that they're dealing with. How fame doesn't make that any better and sometimes makes it worse. But they do what they do because it's what they love. It's their passion, and they want to get the message out. And it's very brave of some of these artists to do what they do, and I'm glad that they do. I'm glad Ren uses his platform for this. Fantastic song from Ren. I loved every bit of it. Make sure you go check out his channel. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe here and share this out there if you liked it. Thank you guys so much, Sean and everybody else who was here. Though I'm not a fan of commercial suggestions, Ren's own website still has one of his previous self-release CDs. Expect that to evaporate in the next few days. He has blown up everywhere. It's incredible. I saw the first Ren video a couple weeks ago, just on my YouTube suggestions, and then I watched High Ren, and then I went back and watched Chalk Outlines, and that was the one I decided to review. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite artists that we do on this channel, and I am certainly looking forward to more. Thank you guys, Sean, everybody else, you guys in the comments who have been coming to the videos and making suggestions. I'm writing them down. I've got a long list of artists and songs, so keep them coming. If I don't get to yours right away, just bear with me. We'll get there. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon. You have a great one. Much love.